Ho, ho, ho! I'm back again. Stukulele from Uke Mullum, thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to have a look at Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. We're going to play a very simple version and then we're going to spice it up a little bit. So we'll play Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in the key of C, and this time through we'll do it in the most basic way possible. Now there's lots of different ways you can strum. I quite like the reggae version. But for this one, we'll do the island strum, which is down, up, chuck, up, down, up, chuck, up, down, up, chuck, up, down, up, chuck. Check this link here if you'd like to go into a bit more detail on how to strum that. Here we go. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, C chord. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny G7. That's right. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. Back to C. All of the other reindeer stand to see. Used to laugh and call him G7. They never let poor Rudolph play in any reindeer games. If you're enjoying this video, please give me a thumbs up, share me with your friends, and leave me a comment below. The song sheet for this lesson is available over at patreon.com/Uke Mullum. Head over and grab it now. So for the B section in the most basic version, we have 4 chords. We've got F, G, C, and D. I'll walk you through. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. F, 2, 3, 4 to C, 2, 3, 4. F to G to C, 2, 3, 4. G. With your nose so bright, D. Won't you guide my back to G? Sleigh tonight. Okay, one more time. 1, 2, 3, F. 1, 2, 3, back to C. F to G, to C, to G. Rudolph, with your nose so bright, back to D. Won't you guide, and G, sleigh tonight. And that's really all we need to know for the simplified version. So let's go spice it up a little bit. Let's harmonise that melody with some nice chords. So we could do this. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny G7. And now for this, and if you ever saw it, we could play a D minor. And if you ever G7 saw it, G, you would even say it glows. That sounds really nice. Let's try that again. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny G7, D minor. And if you ever G7 saw it, you would even, so you could go to the G there as well. G7, you would even say it glows. Let's try that for the second line. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him G7, D minor. Here's one. Ooh, listen to that. All it is a G7, and you're taking that finger off so that you have exposed the A string, making it a sus2 chord. It's a little subtle thing, but you know, these are the things that make the difference. So, they never let poor Rudolph. It just adds that air of poor Rudolph. It gives it some depth, some emotional depth. They never let poor Rudolph, which is what you want in your Christmas carols, play in any reindeer games. To transition down to the B section, you can go from a C to a C7. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, instead of going to the F here, like we did in the other version, let's go to the D minor. Santa, Santa, as opposed to Santa, Santa. Just that little bit more intrigue. Santa, G to C, G, Rudolph with your... Now this is a real improvement. We're going to do a B diminished chord. The postcode for that is 1, 2, 1, 2. Ooh, nose so bright, Rudolph with your nose so bright. Oh, I love it. Won't you guide my sleigh tonight? That's a pretty mystical scale, isn't it? We have D, C, B, A, G, F, D. So let's try going like this. A minor to D to G. Rudolph with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Let's do that. A minor to D to G. I have a whole bunch of brand new designs available over at my t-shirt shop. Go check it out. So for the very last line you have, then all the reindeer loved him, and they shouted out with G7. D minor, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, back to G. You'll go down to a G7. You'll go down in history. And repeat that. You'll go down in history. This time you stretch it out. You'll go down in history. Now for an ending, we could try this. Bit cheesy perhaps, maybe you could do this. Some ideas? How about this for an ending? You could go. So I went C to C7, F to F minor, then the C major scale until I got to there, and then go back to the A, to the B, and then we play this chord, which is like a G shape pressed all the way up so that your bottom two fingers are on the 7th fret, and then you take the first finger away. And that's like a nice rich C chord. One more time. C, C7, F to F minor, C major scale, until you get to the E, then you go back to the A, B, slide up. Okay, now that we've decided on all the chords for our arrangement, let's play it. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph play in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then all the reindeer loved him, and they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, you'll go down in history. You'll go down in history. You'll go down in history. Thanks so much for hanging out with me all the way to the end of the video. You know what this means. Gold star for you. Merry Christmas.
There's a swirl in the sun and a swirl in the sky. There's a smile on the face of everybody passing by.